A court in Kibera has handed down a death sentence to a man called Robert Kubasu, who was found guilty of attacking his Chinese boss and robbing him of his cash and his phone. Robert apparently stole 30,000 Kenyan shillings, which at the time of recording is roughly 265 US dollars. That means he'd have to die 4 times just to afford one wheelbarrow from Bungoma County. Before we get into the story, a word from the sponsor of today's video.
Yo.
According to an article from The Star, the victim Chen Daisheng testified that the attack happened as he got off a lift to his apartment. He said that when he got on the lift, he came across Robert, who is his employee, and the two just stayed together. He then said that he was shocked when Robert attacked him as he got off the lift. Now, I don't know about you guys, but personally, I would have some questions if I came across my employee in my apartment building, unless I own the place and I've hired them to work there or they also live there. Neither of which seems to be the case with this story. There's also no indication that Robert and Chen were close in any way, so either Robert was there to rob Chen, no pun intended, or Robert was extremely desperate to invade Chen's personal space just to tell him more about his Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ. Chen testified to the court saying, quote, "I opened the main door of the unit and all of a sudden saw Robert removing a panga and started threatening me by waving and shouting in a language that I could not understand." Apparently, Chen's house help then came out and helped him meet Robert's demands since she could understand what Robert was saying. Robert forced Chen to give him his phone and 30,000 shillings before running away. In developed countries, security would have probably had the police on the scene before the guy could escape. But this is Kenya, so the guy was probably on his way home while the guards were still looking for the OCPD's number on Rocket Reach. Sources are actually conflicting as to what sentence Robert was given. Some, like The Star, say he was sentenced to death, while others say he was given life in prison. But in any case, it doesn't matter because both are ridiculously excessive. Hassan Wario, our former cabinet secretary for sports, was convicted of embezzling 55 million shillings in public funds, yet he was given the option of spending just 6 years in jail or paying a fine of just 3.6 million shillings. Obviously, he went with option B, and now he's a free man. The man embezzled 55 million shillings, that's over 480,000 US dollars, yet he only had to pay less than a tenth of that to secure his freedom. These people really mean to tell us that Robert's life is worth less than a paid tweet from Aziad Nasenya. Time and time again, the Kenyan judicial system shows us that it's a crime to be broke in this country. You either have money to buy your freedom or you don't. There's no doubt that Robert committed a crime, but if he deserves to die for stealing 30,000 shillings, then Satan should be a bad dancer by now with all the Kenyan politicians he's had to mingle with in hell. Don't forget to leave a like and a comment if you enjoyed the video, helps out with the algorithm and all that good stuff. And subscribe to the channel if you want to see more videos like this. Don't forget to check out the link in the description for links to the rest of my social media. And yeah, I'll see you guys in the next one.
Buddha me say rapper, still finna hit you with a 16. Shake up the mic and spray these bars like it's whipped cream. I'm dropping bombs like Ugandans on that big screen. Niggas all about the drip and purple like the Android 15. Have you laughing on the tube? Call me Clark Kent, I'm changing up these flows up in the booth. Chapodondo and some juice. In Nairobi all we do is win or hustle, never lose.